District, Kevin Oxley. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see both of you.
Yeah, congratulations. The school year's off to a great start, and you've got students who are already making an impact in this community.
Yeah, we've got, the Career Center is off and running, some really neat things going on. Actually, I don't know if this was that neat. About 6:30 this morning, I got a text, and the kids were off to the Manufacturing Technology Show in Chicago. Bus had a flat, so they had to bring in another bus and move the kids around, and they're back on the road. But they're off to Chicago, which is a really neat expo that the kids in manufacturing get to take part in.
Talk about the exposure to potential career pathways that these students get.
Oh yeah, they see all of the different aspects of manufacturing, especially in a trade show like they go to in Chicago, and get to make some connections and get to make make an impression on people that are at that show, and maybe in the future they get hired.
I think the buses are $3,000 each. I hope they get a discount for the flat tire.
Well, yes, I do. And we had some really great sponsors. JAMA always helps sponsor that trip, as well as Shop Rats. So
your law enforcement and firefighting cadets were out participating in the countywide, is it a mock emergency?
Yeah. It really a cool event. In fact, I think there's a picture coming up. That particular picture, the two firemen carrying the student are former JACC students that now work for Liberty, and that's one of our students in the firefighting program being carried there. The other kind of neat thing is our cosmetology students do a lot of the makeup that creates the wounds and stuff. So it's a big event that takes in a lot of different programs at the Career Center.
Yeah, it's amazing. For the past 3 days, we've had our first responder community doing these mock exercises, and thanks to the Optimus Dice Arena for hosting that.
Yeah, and we just have a great relationship with all of the area fire departments and police departments, and they do a great job supporting our kids and giving them real exposure to the real thing.
Bart and I were at the fair this year, and we noticed a lot of your agri-science students, and you guys won a lot of awards again.
They always win a lot of awards. It's really neat. In fact, we hang out occasionally with the parents of one of the students that won, and it's just neat to see the parents beam with pride as their kids do great things. And I was a coach 100 years ago up in Reed City, but you always had kids that were in FHA. You wanted them on your team because they're the most responsible kids. They take care of these animals day and night, and
they're not going to be late.
They're never going to be late. I tell you, they're just great kids, and they work their tails off. And so, we won a lot of awards, a lot of blue ribbons hanging around the Career Center.
Awesome. We have a lot of partnerships. You mentioned one with the police and fire, but also with Jackson College across the street, and all the school districts helping to get kids into early college. And I think the Career Center and the ISD was one of the pioneers in that in our community.
Well, it really it was a collaboration of all the superintendents coming together, but by January there will be over 900 kids in the Jackson County Early College, which is kind of amazing. I think it makes it the third largest high school in the county, technically. But it's just a great way that kids can stay in high school, but they're also getting college credits, and they're coming out on the other end after a 13th year with an associate's degree paid for. Which is huge.
We've got one of your grads who is now helping students at Jackson College navigate into college.
Yeah, it was a Michigan Center student that went through the early college program and now is hired as a navigator at Jackson College to help kids in the future do that. It's really neat. We've got a couple of instructors at the Career Center that were former Career Center students. Now we have someone in the early college that was a former early college student. So it's students having a great experience and then coming back and giving back and making that experience happen again. So paying it forward, I guess.
Central Campus is looking good too.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It really, and after that first week, it always takes a little bit of time to get the traffic flow right and the drop-offs right. And now in the back of the building with Head Start being back there, we had to kind of navigate a lot of parents dropping off kids and getting them into the door in the back of the building. But a couple of days later, it's very efficient and moving right along. So just a couple of little punch list items to take care of, but for the most part, the building's open.
When you come up on High Street, do you ever accidentally turn your turn signal on? Like I do. Do you? Do you know what I'm talking about? Around the curve?
Yeah.
Do you ever turn the turn signal on?
Yeah,
when
that
you go around the
90
curve
degree
on
turn.
accident? I
Let
do that
people
on
know I'm
accident.
not going straight into the grass.
Yeah, I always feel silly when I do that.
This
This is unbelievable.
I think you could host weddings in that room.
Well, yeah, we're not going to do that, but we've got big screens still have to go up in there. Very excited about the Bulldogs having their first basketball
Yes.
game coming up here this fall.
This is my favorite room.
Yeah, it really turned out beautifully. Just some great cooperation. We've said it before from the local community, but Mercer Construction did a great job. Covell Agency as the architect, and most of the contractors were local. So really, that's my favorite room right
The
there.
old wood shop.
I know. Yeah. I love that room. Just it really turned out nice. So
We
That's
need
made with, those are 2x4s.
really.
Yeah.
and they're on end. So
Okay.
they're all like this, and you just see the top of the 2x4.
That's cool. We need
I
to
like
get,
the concrete, polished concrete in the cafeteria. too.
Yep. Just unique ways to refurbish something, that was has been there a long time. So
You've got a longtime employee that we need to honor. She's been there 45 years.
45.
One of your bus drivers.
Yes.
Her first bus was a station wagon.
Yes, Diana Carter. And I'll tell you, Diana is just a can-do person. When we need help somewhere in the bus garage, she's lived it, she's done it, she knows how to do it, and she just steps up and helps out. But we had a little celebration for her outside the bus garage, and not only were the current bus drivers there celebrating her, but we had some former employees come back and celebrated her. But yeah, her first bus was a station wagon. She
Probably
said
a-
she drove her own 4
That's
students.
amazing.
Probably a Woody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
that's
on
probably.
the wood siding. But she's just a great lady and loves kids and
Yeah.
still going strong.
Very cool. Yeah, some of the first people she drove are in their 60s now, Bart. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Awesome. Congratulations. You mentioned the collaboration creating the early college. You guys, as superintendents in this county, meet, every month?
Yeah, well, actually twice a month. So
Oh, wow.
we have a workshop on one Friday just to, talk through some issues. And then we have an actual superintendent's meeting where if votes have to take place, you're ready to vote after having talked through and understood the issue. But they are just a great group of people, and I'm pretty blessed to have been able to work with good people my entire career. 5 new superintendents this year in the county, which is just adds a new dynamic to the group. But I'm telling you, and you got both of you get a chance to talk to most of them most of the time. They are focused on kids. They want to do the right thing. Good-hearted individuals and hard workers. And we talked about it before the show started. They're 24/7, 365. But a great group to work with. I'm pretty blessed.
Well, we appreciate what you, all the people at the ISD do for our kids. Thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Kevin.
Good to get the school year started.
Kevin Oxley is superintendent of the Jackson County Intermediate School District. More of the morning show after this.